YouTube, what is going on? Good morning, or should I say good afternoon? Listen, the wifey and I attended the Miami Heat Sixers game last night, and let me tell you something, it was insane, it was crazy. We were looking forward to it, we were ecstatic because our boys just came back from a pretty tough loss against the Boston Celtics when Jason Tatum decided to hit that three, and Joel Embiid hit that miracle heave. It was too late, but I mean, he made it, so I'll give him props for that. So, last night, man, I cannot tell you. Listen. The atmosphere in any basketball game, especially in that crazy moment, you got to keep in mind. Your heart is racing, adrenaline rushes, the crowd, the fans are going nuts. I'm heartbroken. I mean, we lost by 2 points. Why? Again, Doc Rivers decides to choke in the second half. He continues to show that his rotation, questionable rotations. I don't agree with why, so I love our squad. I love the guys. They all play hard. I don't want to disrespect anybody, but I would like to see more of D'Anthony Melton with Tyrese Maxey, Tobias Harris, Joel Embiid, and James Harden. Now, Tobias Harris is our Achilles heels. I feel like he doesn't have quite of a defensive presence like most of the guys. It's a struggle. Jalen McDaniels is a better defensive player, but as a 3-and-D wing player, he ranks in the top 10, I believe. But I know that he just got traded to us, so a lot of the Philly fans are bashing on number 7, which is Jalen McDaniels. I mean, he's just getting acquainted. He's not terrible. Give him some time. He's athletic enough to give you some points, occasional rebounds, and he has a skill set to play solid defense. It's just that he's just getting acquainted. I feel like he's nervous. Playing in Philly is way different from playing for Charlotte, so I'm going to tell you right now, he's coming from a losing franchise to somewhat of a winning franchise. So it's a different kind of atmosphere. The pressure is on. Perfect example of what PJ Tucker does right here. And I've seen him oftentimes get caught up in the paint. And PJ Tucker has a body to do it. But Kevin Love shows right here why he's an elite rebounder. He knows how to box out and position himself from the ball. PJ does not. Come on, man. Now, I feel like our rotation is so off. Like, you got PJ Tucker. Like, I love PJ. Great veteran presence. He's an amazing leader. Like, he knows how to lead. It's just that at the same time, he's old, he's slow. Like, we need to utilize the Paul Reed more. Give Furkan Korkmaz a couple of minutes. Like, he's a shooter. We need shooters anyways. Like, let him shoot the ball. Like, he's a pretty good He's a pretty good three-point shooter. Like, let him shoot. And Montrez can give you a couple of rebounds and a couple of points in the paint. Like, he's a dog. He's an athlete. Like, he knows how to play the position. Like, I feel like our rotation is so off. We're taking out Melton for Shake. We're taking out Tyrese from James, and then we're going to take out Shake and then put back D'Anthony Melton in, and then bring Tyrese Maxey on board. This will be James Harden, Tyrese Maxey, D'Anthony Melton, Tobias Harris, Joel Embiid. And then you got a bunch of crazy rotations. Like, I feel like PJ shouldn't be starting. All right, I love PJ to death, and we have amazing first halves, and we've been killing it in the first half. I believe the Sixers have been one of the best first half teams in the NBA this year. But their second half ratings are terrible. I believe they're somewhere in the last, like around the bottom 5, bottom 6. Out of all the NBA teams, and it's just so sad. Like, our guys played their asses off. We failed to meet the criteria where we want to be in the elite category of the Eastern Conference teams. And I feel like we fall short. We desperately need at least a 3 seed. I feel like anywhere near that, it's going to be a dogfight. It's going to be a dogfight regardless. But what I'm saying is we want to avoid slipping further down the road, whether we're going to be a 4th or a 5th or even a 6th seed in the NBA. It's going to be a dogfight. We have to win our important games. The Celtics game was important. the Heat game was important. We needed these wins. We needed these Eastern Conference wins to get us over the hump. Like we're gonna struggle. Like we're gonna struggle big time. It's gonna be a fight, and I feel like Doc Rivers needs to take a little bit of a step back and let Sam Cassell do his thing. I'm not saying Sam Cassell is a better coach, but in the meantime, I feel like he has the intellect and the knowledge of the game. Like he's been a former player. Like he understands what he's needing. And I've seen firsthand, like, so my wife and I sit either behind the opposing team's bench, the Sixers bench, or row section 102, row AA, right behind the commentators, and to the right side is the Sixers bench. So we hear certain things and whatnot, and I can definitely tell from certain verbatim and the knowledge that Sam Cassell holds that you can hear it, some of the things that you say. And I'm going to hold back on some of the things that goes on because I want to respect the privacy of the organization and what Coach Rivers and Coach Cassell says and all that stuff. Between the staff and what they have, the coaching staff, I feel like they can do something with this team. It's just the rotation's terrible. And the fan base are crying out for, Joel to play more third and fourth quarter. I know he's tired. Joel's hurt. I can tell that he's hurting. Like his knee, his legs, and he flops. Excuse me, not flopping, but he falls down a lot. And you can see that he's aching. Tobias Harris is our problem. Jimmy Butler showed last night why we should have kept him over Tobias Harris. Jimmy Butler damn near had a triple-double before the second half. He had like 15 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists before the second half. So what the fuck did we do? And Tobias ended with, I believe, 2 points, like 6 rebounds, like 2 assists. Tobias will show flashes of great shooting and whatnot, but Jimmy Butler's a dog and athletic, and he can do everything on the floor. He is a great defensive player as well. So I'm sure last night was a witness of everybody wanting Jimmy Butler to be with us, and he has said himself that he wishes that he would show up with his teammates still, but that was a long time ago. And right now, Jimmy Butler is focused on bringing Miami Heat a championship, as respectfully so we are focused on bringing a championship to our city. Philly fans, it might be a while. I don't think a coaching change is going to necessarily help our team. I feel like, yes, mentality-wise, it's going to be a fresh start for our squad. I just feel like a guy like Sam Cassell can utilize and maximize the team's fits way more than Coach Doc Rivers can. I feel like Sam at times wants to say stuff, but he holds back because he wants to respect the head coach. And I feel like we have a massive issue at that position, but most importantly, we need some fucking shooting. Like, we don't have enough shooters. We don't have enough perimeter shooters and players who can play on the outside. So one of the joyful things that I came across and I was shocked to see was Damar Hamlin. Damar Hamlin was present at the game last night. I didn't get the chance to meet him per se, but I did say Damar, and then he looked over here and he gave me a little salute. But seeing Damar Hamlin in person and see how well he's doing and seeing him healthy and well, it's definitely a blessing, and I am happy for the guy. He looks fucking fantastic from where he was at before. The Philly fans showed him a lot of love, and the people that were sitting behind him were definitely very respectful and showed him a lot of love as well. I believe his agent and his management team was there, but we sat behind him like 2 rows back, and I tried to be a fanboy and try to get him an autograph to sign my shirt, but I didn't want to bother him. There's a lot of fans in front of us, so I can't bombard him. But seeing Damar was a joy and a pleasure, and got to see him do well. Our team needs some help, and I hope that we can figure it out. Have a very strong second half of the season. Basically, running away in the playoff race is what our goal should be, and I feel like we're a couple steps behind. And losing to the Celtics like that and the Heat last night definitely showed us that we are certain talents away in game situation, gamesmanship, coaching staff, and the player personnel. We're several steps away from filling in the mold of the elites. So as a fan, I just hope that we can continue to progress, and I love our squad. Those guys give it 120% day in and day out, and I'm sure they're fucking exhausted. It is a long fucking season. So I hope our guys can stay healthy. I hope whatever lingering injuries that they may have, that they get the proper treatment, and our fan base is 100% behind them. Rooting for these guys every night when it's game time, and I just pray that we can figure something out, because shit, we need some help. The basketball gods, give us some help, man. The Philly fan base definitely deserves a trophy. We're passionate. We can be a pain in the ass, and a little bit of, be ridiculous and disrespectful at times, but it's all passion and love for the game. So let's see what we got going on. Second half of the season has been on its way. I'm praying that the Sixers can turn it around. I'm going to upload some clips from the game itself, so check it out. I'm going to be posting several clips and videos of what my wife and I posted. Shout out to History Teacher for giving my wife some love. She is a big George Niang fan. And Daniel House Jr., we would love to see you play, man, more. We're huge fans of his too, since his Houston Rocket days. But nonetheless, let the NBA season continue. We love basketball. Sports is great. Sports is amazing. Sports brings people together. The community is loving it. So let's get it rolling. Until next time.